she say. Getting no delay, run it like relay, bro. You ain't got it like this. In my can't see straight, big fur jacket from eBay, looking timeless. Hey, I gotta let my skin fade marinate. We gotta toast up, celebrate. Everyone scream next up, but I'm the #1 candidate. Captain's armband, I'm making key plays. When I'm doing shows, gotta get all prepaid. What you? I'm on it, break, no side, no about these ways. I gotta let my skin fade marinate.
We find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Houston Texans taking on the Denver Broncos. And off we go from Denver. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one. Well, this defense for the Texans, they were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball? Or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try to keep your quarterback upright?
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down. Back to throw. Peters forced out to his left. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete. The Broncos had 8-3 now. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
On second down, here's Mitchell. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
To throw on third down, Peters. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 38-yard line. Well, on third down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And you use the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field with his traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
They go back to the ground with Williams. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I've not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things up.
Yeah, I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
Williams going to get it again on second down. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13. Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive. But this is third down. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he will have the Broncos first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. They'll roll him out right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
And here you're down in the red zone. You need to be smart, not force anything. So that's a wise decision to just get rid of the football.
Second and 10. To throw again. Peters. And this complete to Mitchell. Touchdown, Broncos. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories, and you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do, and when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there, that nice opening drive, because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
To the touchdown, ready to boot it away, Riley Dixon. And he'll elect not to run with it. A fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Pierce. A solid stiff arm. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity. And that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now, we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
First down, they go right back to Pierce. And they're going to stop it right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. Second and 10. When you look at this Bronco defense, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
Yeah, they pitched a shutout in that game, didn't they? And those don't come around all that often in the NFL. The ability to keep someone out of the end zone and also from kicking one through the post. Well done.
Here's second and 10.
Blue, check, opposite, green, switch, yellow, smash, smash, yellow, one. Set.
They go again with Pierce. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice game. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. With that last carry, he's now over 8,000 career rushing yards.
All right, big applause. Lots of clapping for this one, right? Think about it this way. Along the way, he has passed Hall of Famer Terrell Davis, and now he's starting to approach another Hall of Famer in Larry Zonka.
He needed a yard. That's exactly what he got. Earns him a new set of downs. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game. And it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Ready.
From the 41, here's second and 3.
Strike, check, strike. Set.
Throwing, Young. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. to throw it. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
The competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. How about 5 sacks last week? We just saw their first one of this game.
And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On 3rd down, Peters. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. On 4th down, it's Riley Dixon on now to kick it away for Denver. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return.
And the Texans will take over.
On the ready.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
Ready?
2nd down, Young. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
They kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. They go play action. Young.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. So a nice play defensively by the rookie coming up with the LENT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners, they end up winding up on special teams and sub-packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this defense, and he comes up with the interception there.
And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on 1st down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid game to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Let's face it, when you have a guy who can pick up those types of runs and keep the chains moving or stay ahead of the chains, you're making everyone else on offense happy because you're opening things up to allow for a whole lot of different play calls.
They stick to the ground game on 1st down. It's Williams. And a hard-earned yard there as he ran through one would-be tackler.
It's second down. If you're going to run against this unit, especially down here, just beware. I mean, they're the top rushing defense in the league.
Yeah, and then they go ahead and they double down with the whole thing because you think, okay, let's throw the ball. Oh, yeah, that's right. They defend the pass pretty well, too. Very difficult task right now.
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 48 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry in the ball game.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
You can do one of two things after a penalty. You can hang your head, or you can get mad and redouble your efforts. And I think we just saw the latter there as they stopped him for no gain.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. Mitchell is into the end zone for a Bronco touchdown. He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was, and when you mentioned the option, most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it, it often surprises the heck out of a defense.
Extra point by Moore, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to boot it away, Riley Dixon. Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Young to throw it. Flush to his right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. There's still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter.
Ready.
Out of the gun, it's Young. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And the Broncos are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And it's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down.
my partner, I wasn't good enough to get this done, but I played with plenty of guys who did. When they spotted wide receiver screen and they got to the football fast and blew the whole thing up, the same result as we just saw usually happened. No gain.
Now a 2nd and 10. Up the middle, it's Williams. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. On 3rd down, here's Williams. Well, this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there. He handed it off there, but I don't really know if he would have kept it or tried to do anything else if it would have mattered.
Yeah, it's not always a wrong read when a play gets stacked up. Sometimes they're just at the line of scrimmage. There's just too many bodies to maneuver.
And as a result, now they're looking at a 4th down. And now we'll get a delay here as they try to give themselves a little more room for the punt. Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Fourth down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10.
Let's go. Field, black. Blue striker. Set.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half.
Okay,
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Fight, 97. Ready?
Pierce takes it straight ahead. And he's going to get this from the 6 out to the 12. A pickup of 6 as they double their workspace.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice, dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
He's got him in, complete. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. Now a 1st down throw for Young. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Khalil Mack in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
14, Texans nothing.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. A 2-touchdown game, 14-0 to score as we get rolling again here in this 2nd half. And a fair catch signaled for and taken, so they'll begin this 3rd quarter from their 25-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Here we go. Opposite. Green. 12, 10. Ready?
Off the play fake, Young. Swings this one out wide for Pierce. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring up second down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Ready.
On second down, here's Pierce. Shoves him away. And stiff arm number 2. 180 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. And they'll go right back to Pierce. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Dameon Pierce, his 16th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Texans have cut it back within a score. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make our score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now a give up the middle to Williams. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
3rd down and 13. Looking to throw. Peters. He'll get this complete to Kadarius Toney. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. So 1st and 10 now in Houston territory. Down at the 33. 1st down, here's Mitchell. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. And a solid run down inside the 30.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
To throw on 3rd down, Peters. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have the Broncos 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. In motion goes the tight end.
On first down, Peters. Again to Calvin Ridley, and he's got it once more. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that will bring up second down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Now 2nd and 5.
They try the left side here with Williams, and he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Again, it's Williams. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
10-yard line.
Ready? Last name 19. After 60. After 60.
Out of the pistol, here's Williams. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
A gain of 7 yards. It's now 3rd and goal.
Back to throw. Peters escaping the pressure right. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete.
So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage, after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
So 3 points, response there to that opening touchdown was 3rd quarter.
And that's an important 3, both in terms of adding to your lead, but also letting the other guys know you're not going to just come out in the second half and take over.
Following the field goal on is Riley Dixon to kick this one away.
And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Young will set to throw. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Check right. Trouble, 38. Hut.
Pierce now up the middle.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Easy cross midfield to the 49-yard
3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back now to Denver. It's Texans football, but they trail here as we get started in the 4th quarter.
Ready up.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 49-yard line.
Set.
Another carry for Pierce.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Let's go now.
2nd down and 6 now.
Smith red. Ready.
Give to Pierce.
Powerful running, and he'll be
down close to the first down marker as he gets this to the Broncos' 40-yard line. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming. Pierce will try to pick it up. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. 156 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10.
Hey, check Mega. Blaster, stick.
Now Young. Sliding out of the pocket. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
Ready.
Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Ready.
A give left side for Pierce. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Black Ultra.
1st and 10, Young. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run here with Pierce. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. Again, it's Pierce. And he fights his way into the end zone for a Texans touchdown. Damian Pierce, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Texans have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point splits the uprights. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback. Because to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
And he's going to have the Broncos first down. His good running gets him to about the 44.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
They'll try and run down some clock with Williams. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Let's go now.
Looking to throw. Peters. And that'll be caught by Tony. It'll be a gain of 5. And 3rd and 8 now. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. On 3rd down, here's Williams. And he is going to lose yardage here.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Now let's see how the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11. Back to throw. Peters. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Texans take over an excellent field position. This is 1st and 10.
43 rail. Drill green. Drill 52. Yellow, line, check white. Smith red. Hut.
Pierce takes it straight ahead. He'll get this down to the 38. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Here's 2nd down.
Mega. Black walk.
They go again with Pierce. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
Check. Check.
Going for it with Pierce. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. 1st and 10, it's Pierce. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. The run defense, they have been porous at times today, but not that last go-around.
No, they really tightened it up, didn't they? They finally got themselves a win because all game long we've seen them get gashed. This time they played their responsibilities, played their keys, and made a nice stop.
Shot 17. Fight 60. 22 meters.
Laundry on the field. This is going to be a false start on the offense.
Sometimes you have to slow things down a little bit when things get heated. The cadence has to be slow and deliberate at times to make sure your team's ready to go.
They'll come up now on 2nd down.
Yellow, line, ultra, check white. Hut.
Hand off left side, Pierce.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure their investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that.
A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long.
52 Blackford. White. Green Jack.
Young. This one finds Pierce on the out route.
And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a fourth down?
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to tie things up in the final minute. And this one is right down Broadway. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the fourth quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
Their own 18-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10.
Throwing to start the drive. Peters.
Able to find Mims. And he'll be out of bounds after a gain of about 5. That stops the clock, but slow and steady won't win the race at this point.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Here comes 2nd down.
Looking to throw. Peters.
They'll get that complete to Albert O. And he's going to pick up a first down here as that clock continues to run.
Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
This offense cannot stop the clock now. No timeouts remaining as they come up here 1st down.
He'll take a shot for the end zone.
And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands but could not hang on. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
He'll air this one out for Mims.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
Here now, 3rd down.
They'll look to throw again. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So the Texans will have the first opportunity here in the overtime session as we are back underway. Fair catch called for and taken, so the ball brought up to the 25 to begin this overtime session. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulously as all teams plan for a game, I don't doubt for a second on that offense coordinator's play sheet, he's got some overtime plays that he wants to run. I know it sounds crazy, but they plan for everything. 1st and 10 all the way throughout the game, 2nd and 7, whatever. Right now, he's looking at that play sheet saying, if we get to overtime, what can we break out that they haven't seen?
Now the first throw in overtime for Young. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield.
7 yards there and a first down.
It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game, but in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a handoff for Pierce. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
Ready.
And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
We talk a lot of games, but we don't normally talk about inside linebackers being that fleet of foot, do we?
No, he was able to get outside there to make that play.
Yeah, and you know what makes them faster? Their ability to read plays, understand what offenses are trying to do, and put themselves in proper position.
Striker, 3-3.
On 3rd down, here's Pierce. But I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. Decision to be made on 4th and just a few inches in overtime. What do you do?
I know you've got to weigh it out as a head coach because if you don't get it, you've turned it over in a great spot for the opposition to go down and win the game. But 4th and inches, I think what most teams do is they say, if we can't get inches, we don't deserve to win anyway.
Switch, yellow. Yellow, 1, check right. Switch red, black 1. Ready?
On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. Down to the 42, 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
19, Tiger, 19, Tiger.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He's had some big runs in this game. Not there, though.
But I don't think they're going to be deterred by that play right there. He's had some nice runs in the game. And how many times have we seen a good running back get stopped, yet turn it into something big on a later carry? I'd stay with him.
2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. Tough spot here. 3rd down and 11. And now the Texans want to call another timeout. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. What do they have for this? 3rd and 11. Back to throw. Peters. This one caught by Ridley. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the 1st down marker. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It'll be their 2nd and final timeout, remember, here in overtime. We'll be back. A big call here in overtime. They're going for it on 4th down. Operating from the gun, Peters. That is caught. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. So the game-winning touchdown came through the air in overtime. 4 quarters wasn't enough. We were treated to a really good one, weren't we, partner?
That we were, and I just love being able to be witness to a game like this all the way through. Who's going to win it? Oh, what? We're getting overtime? Great for us. A lot of tension on the field. Very tough. Not a surprise it ended with a passing touchdown. That's the way we play in the NFL. But the execution was pretty darn good.